The question that was asked to me last year was, how do I apply for a job that's just out of my reach? And there is a couple of tips here I can go through to help you get that job that's just out of reach, but it does require a lot of tenacity and a lot of hope. So the first thing you need to do is make sure your CV is solid, and I mean packed with enough information for that particular role that you're stretching for. So what I mean is you need to look at the job specification and analyze it correctly. It's not a quick skim read we're talking about here. I'm talking about a good analyzation. What is that job about? Look at the company website. Are you really qualified for that role? And if you believe you are, then you need to pull apart your CV to reflect that strength of qualification for that role, but also try not to highlight the weaknesses just yet. I'll talk about that in a second. It's all about the communication when you apply for these jobs. You can't just apply for the job and hope that someone's going to respond and see your CV. You need to be a lot more effective than that. And especially if you're going for a management job, that's what most of these stretch jobs are, is going for the next level, normally a management job, or going into a company where there's a lot more responsibility. So you need to come across as that more responsible, taking control of your destiny type person. So you can't just fiddle with your CV and hope with one application. You need to get in there and communicate with whoever is in charge of the recruitment or whoever's in charge of that particular vacancy. Now, my advice is go and track down who the manager is, who the hiring manager is of that job, and communicate with them directly with a direct application. If it's a recruitment agency, then you need to communicate with that recruiter and explain to that recruiter why you're applying. You can't hope that they're going to see what you know, and you need to be able to express that to that particular hiring manager or recruiter. That's really important in this. I can't stress how much this is really important. There's only so much changing your CV you can do and making your CV more robust so that people will pick it up and read it. There's only so much you can do. Not everyone, not every hiring manager, not every recruiter is going to pick that up straight away. You need to explain, you need to poke them and be patient with them because they're not quite seeing it from your perspective. So if you're stretching for a role, there will be weaknesses in your CV that you know and are aware about. And sometimes with weaknesses, acknowledging some of them is great because that means you show strength of character and self-awareness, but acknowledging all of them is a little bit of a negativity to you. So what you need to do is pick the weaknesses that you know that you are not strong in and highlight them, and also solutions on what you can do to make them stronger. Stretch applications come with a bit of negativity, and you will be rejected for most of the ones that you apply for. But I think following a procedure of which you are, you're trying to grow your career, you want to get to the next level. Most companies like that, especially someone that's got the balls to go in there and say, hey, I know I've only got this much experience, but I know I can do this job by doing these 3 or 4 things that can make me capable of doing this job. And whilst and offer some things like 6-month trial periods, or offer something that you know you're comfortable with in offering. Don't sell your soul to the devil, don't do it for free, don't do anything of those type of things. This is your career. You're trying to advance your career forward. Pick the right company that understands that and gives you the time and effort to grow you into that role. And there's plenty of them out there that will do it. I hope that helps stretching yourself a little bit to that next level job. Like I say, it's all about communication and it's all about proving who you are and your effectiveness as a candidate to them. So, good luck. Why not check out thomaslee.co.uk for the latest jobs in engineering and technical sales across the UK? Or even, how about you check out our blogs and vlogs for the latest thoughts about recruitment and tips on how to find a job and how to find candidates as well.